Hey everybody, I'm finally trying to do this again. I've been having some technology difficulties, so that's why I haven't posted much lately, but I'm going to try it because there's something I want to make, and it's going to be creamy shrimp cocktail lasagna. I bought some shrimp at the chef store, and I had some pasta sheets from the chef store. I also got some cocktail sauce from the chef store, but we're going to start doing this by making the creamy sauce. It's going to be a creamy and cheesy, and we're going to do that first because that's got to cool before I build the lasagna. So let's do it. We're going to start our sauce with 3 tablespoons of butter, and oh, that's smoky, and some salt and pepper. Garlic powder, a little sprinkle, and when that melts, we're going to add some flour and half and half and make it thick, and then we're going to thicken it up more with some cheese. Okay, so when it gets melted, we'll look it back. Here comes the mozz. And we're going to put some more cheese in the lasagna layers. So that should work out really well. The first thing we're going to have to do is to dry off this previously frozen shrimp. These are pretty small. That means we don't have to cut them up to fit in the lasagna. So we're going to place them on this paper towel and cover them with some more paper towels and dry them off. Get them nice and dry so we can cook with them. So reach in, do a single layer. Here is almost 2 pounds of a single layer of shrimp, and we're going to top it off and press. And these are on a rack, so the water will go down to the bottom of the pan. So we'll let these dry off, and then we'll move along. The shrimp is a lot drier than it was, and it turns out I pulled out 50 pieces, so each layer will have 25. And I'm just going to let them dry out a little more, and then we're going to sauce them up and sauce up our pan. And oh, by the way, I have the fresh pasta sheets from the chef store too, and those are baking pan size, so we're going to use those. And they're frozen when you buy them, but they're fresh. So I love them. I used to use them all the time when I cooked for years. We're going to toss 25 shrimps with some professional cocktail sauce. Let's see if that's the right amount. That cocktail sauce smells so good. It's probably going to taste so good too. The next 25 shrimp are going to get tossed up in the Alfredo sauce. And that'll be another layer of lasagna. That layer is going to taste so good. I'm preheating the oven to 350 degrees, and I'm going to spray this baking dish with some non-stick cooking spray. I'm going to start with a thin layer of our Alfredo sauce. And here comes the first one. Let me work on opening this up. Here comes our first sheet. And because we're building this thing, we have to keep the other sheets wrapped a little bit. And the first thing we're going to do here that'll work. Now we'll do the shrimp again. Again, you still want to make another single layer. Move over. One more. And you can fit right there. And when I make seafood lasagna, I do not use ricotta. I just use sauces and shellfish and cheese. And here's our shrimp cocktail layer. Some mozzarella. That should be good. A little sprinkle of shredded Parmesan. That should be good too. Here comes the next pasta sheet. On we go. These are not exactly the right shape for this dish, but it's not so bad. And our next is a slight bit of the Alfredo sauce. The Alfredo sauce is much thicker than the cocktail sauce, so this one's going to get super spread. Got to get the corners. Okay, and here comes the shrimp. And here we go again. Nice and even. The next layer. More mozzarella. I just had a thought of mixing some of the cocktail sauce with some of the cream sauce, but it might cause that Alfredo sauce to separate. So maybe I have to heat some up and see what happens. Some shredded Parmigiano. And while that's happening, the next layer is going on. Oh, I don't know why I took out 4 sheets. Because this would be the top. And I'm going to cover it up. It looks good, so I'm going to make some more. And that's going to be our top of our shrimp cocktail lasagna. And it tastes really good too. That should be enough. Let's see what it looks like. It's pretty pink. And here's our topping coming in. Sorry about the arms. looking good, and we're about to go in the oven. We're going to top this with mozzarella. Most lasagnas are a super cheesy dish. And a slight sprinkle of Parmesan. Get it off the edge. And now we're going in the oven. It's going to be ready in about 30 minutes. The shrimp cocktail lasagna is done, and it has browned up very dark. Some of that mozzarella is non-dairy, so maybe that's why it looks so dark, but I think it will taste really good. It's got to rest for a while, and it's going to be a while before I have to cut it, because it cuts best when lasagna is cold. The lasagna is pretty cool, and I think it's ready to cut. We should do it this way. Okay, don't know. Still pretty moist. I don't know if I can get a piece out. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, still too moist, so we'll cut it later. It's going back into the fridge. We're going to see how the shrimp tastes. With a noodle. So yummy. We'll get it done in a little while. I was finally able to cut this lasagna. And here comes a piece. Here's the inside. And there's the shrimp. And now we're going to heat it and eat it. Here it is warmed up on a plate. And now we're going to take a bite and see how it came out. Here it is on a fork. Shrimps. And let's take a bite. So good. I'm glad I made it. That was so yummy, and I'm glad I had that idea. And I hope all of you, thank you very much for joining me. And I hope if you make it, you love it, because I did. And I shared a couple of pieces with my friend who lives next door, and I hope he likes it too. I will find out later on. And I hope you all had a very, very happy Easter weekend. We'll see you again soon.